What if you actually could achieve anything you set your mind to? What if that statement wasn't just cliche, hear it from your parents and your teachers? What if that was an actual fact that you actually could achieve anything you set your mind to? What would that mean for you? How much of your life would change just on understanding that fact? The truth is, the life you dream of is already within reach, but there's something holding you back. Most people don't create the life they dream of because they've accepted limits. Limits placed on them by their environment, their upbringing, parents, teachers, peers, and most importantly, themselves. These limits are not real. They're just beliefs. What if I told you that when you let go of these limiting beliefs, your dream life, the life you dream of, will start to manifest effortlessly? I've learned that creating the life I dream of is not about working harder. It's about seeing myself without limits and taking action from that place. The first step to creating the life you dream of is identifying and letting go of limiting beliefs. It's the first step because if you're not aware of the things you've placed in front of you, they're always going to hold you back. You're just going to run into them and you're not going to know what's going on. These beliefs often sound like, I'm not good enough. I don't have enough resources. This is just who I am. People like me just don't succeed. For me, it was, I'm just a junkie. I'm just a drug addict. People like me don't get clean. None of that was objectively true. It was just something I believed. And for a very long time, I believed that. And for a very long time, it held me back. And even as I move forward and I've let go of drug use, I've realized how many limiting beliefs were placed in front of the drugs. For years, I never thought I could escape my circumstances. It wasn't until I challenged these beliefs and asked myself, why am I thinking these things? Why is it instinctual for me to feel not good enough or not even try to succeed? Why is it instinctual for me to take myself out of the race, to reject myself before I ever get rejected? Why? I had to look at these thoughts that were pointing to my beliefs and ask myself, are these things true? A limiting belief is not the same thing as an obstacle. You see, a limiting belief is a lot like a speed limit. It's just something we all agree upon. But an obstacle is much like something blocking your path, a tree that fell over. If speed limits didn't exist, we'd all drive a lot faster. Something I did early in this process of identifying my limiting beliefs was writing down everything I believed about why I couldn't have the life I dreamed of, why I was where I was. Then I had to ask myself, is any of this actually true? Is it true that this is just who I am, or can I change? Is it true that I don't have enough resources to create the things I want to create, or am I just holding myself back? Step 2 is to figure out the dream. Visualize the dream in detail. As you let go of limiting beliefs, you have to get super clear on where you're going. You can't just hope for a better life. You need a vision. It's much easier to create the dream life when you have a destination. It's much easier to create something when you have a blueprint. The more specific you get, the more action you can take. Letting go of limiting beliefs as they come up is much easier when you understand who you want to be. Take a couple minutes and close your eyes. Imagine your dream life. Where are you living? Who are you with? What are you doing? How do you feel? I refer to this practice of creating that vision as creating a North Star, creating a light in the sky to follow, something that lights your path. When you figure out what you want to do, what you want your life to look like, the next step is to figure out who lives that dream life. If you can figure out why you want the car, why you want the house, why you want the money, you can figure out who the person is that has those things. You don't just want the car, you don't just want the house, don't just want the money, you want the freedom, the stability, the love, from the whatever it is. You want the feelings that these things will give you, not the material things themselves. When you figure out what those feelings are, you can start to give them to yourself. Life is much like a mirror. You're not going to see the mirror smile before you do. Most people are sitting around waiting for that mirror to smile and it never does. So they feel like their beliefs are valid. They're not good enough. They're not beautiful. They're not this. They're not that. They're waiting for life to reflect these things that they don't even believe that they have. You have to instill these beliefs within yourself, and it's much easier to do when you have a North Star. This person that you have to become already exists within you, or you wouldn't have the dream. This vision you're creating becomes the North Star that lights your way, so that when you take a step, you know which direction it's going to take you. When you have a decision to make, You know which choice to make, or you can use your North Star to kind of guide the way. How would I act if I was this person who was confident, who was financially stable, who was independent? Your dream is going to evolve. So make sure you check back in with this North Star. You can only see as far as you can see until you go further. So as you take steps, you're going to see things differently. You're going to have a new perspective. So it's important to check back in with that North Star and make sure where you're going is actually where you want to go. When you understand why you're doing this, for the freedom, for the love, for the independence, whatever it is, you can overcome anyhow. When you have a big enough why, you can overcome anyhow. Step 3 is trusting the process, even when it gets hard. Manifestation isn't magic. It's what we as humans do all the time. It's a process. And like any process, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be challenges. A powerful belief to adopt and cultivate is that it can't go wrong. Think about how powerful you would feel if you knew, you believed that it couldn't go wrong, that everything was always going right, even when it felt like it was going wrong. Think of how much more action you would take. I believe that life is always pushing you towards the things you want. Life is always pushing you to use your potential. Everything in front of you is meant to serve you in some way. One of the biggest limiting beliefs is that life isn't on your side. But life is always on your side. Life is always working through you. You are literally life. The challenges you face are opportunities to grow, to determine where you want to go and where you don't want to go. It's really important to trust and practice faith. The universe will always honor your perspective. So it's important to know where you're looking. You're going to see more of what you're looking at. If you focus on what's going wrong, you'll see more of what's going wrong. But if you focus on what's going right, you'll see more opportunities. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask yourself, what is this teaching me? What can I get out of this? What opportunities are present? When you trust that life is working for you, even when it gets hard, you stay open to opportunities and blessings along the way. And if you feel the need to ask the question of why is this happening to me? Ask it honestly. Don't just ask it with the assumption that this is happening to you to screw up your plans or make things harder. Ask it honestly. Why is this happening to me? Could it be because I've claimed to be this person who I want to be? I've decided that I'm going to live the life that I want to live, that I dream of? I personally believe that that's what's going on. When things get hard, I know it's just pushing me to use my potential. It's easy to just sit down and assume that life is against you and stay in that survival space. Wouldn't it be nice to not be in constant competition with your environment? When you feel triggered or the urge to complain, use that feeling to understand more about yourself. When I feel negative emotions, I know some part of me is out of alignment. Our emotions, good or bad, negative or positive, are useful. Everything in our life serves us, especially our emotions. Our emotions are signals. They're telling you what's in and out of alignment with what you want, with your desires. Our minds are goal-achieving machines. Napoleon Hill said it best: what the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. What the mind can conceive, come up with, visualize, and believe, trust, have faith, it will achieve, right? When you let go of the limits that you've placed on yourself, when you stop telling yourself that you're not good enough or you don't have enough, you'll start to come up with better ideas to create things and processes and understand who you need to become to get to where you want to go. It's really simple and we make it super hard. Human beings have mastered limitation when we're really limitless. The only limits we have are the things we've placed on ourselves. Step 4 is to take consistent, aligned action. Letting go of limiting beliefs and visualizing that dream life and creating the North Star is super important. But without action, you're not going to move. The key is to take actions that align with your vision, not driven by fear or lack. I read something recently that was kind of like, there are no lazy people, just unaligned actions. And that really resonated with me because for a long time I felt like I was a lazy person. But the things I was doing were not aligned with who I wanted to be or the life I wanted to live. It's much easier now to take action and continuously take action consistently now that I have this North Star in this direction. If you're interested in creating a North Star and understanding the process of doing that, I have a free guide below. Make sure you're practicing consistency over perfection. Consistency is perfection. If you can sustain action over a long period of time, that is perfect. You don't have to take massive leaps. It's going to be baby steps every single day. Tiny step, tiny step, tiny step. And sometimes you're going to take a little step back. You got to be okay with that. But if you keep taking baby steps, you're going to get where you go. When I first started to change my life, I thought I had to do everything perfectly. I thought I'd white knuckled, just like, I'm not doing enough, I'm not doing enough. But that in itself was another limiting belief. When I figured out that I just had to stay consistent, I just had to move. I just had to move, to take action. I couldn't just sit where I was, trying to figure out what the perfect answer is. I just had to move. And when I started to just move and I started to figure out how to stay consistent and just take action consistently, that's where the leaps are. Because when you look back, it's a short period of time. It might seem like a long time when you're in the moment, but when you look back, it's like, wow, that flew by. And look where I'm at now. I'm so much further. Make sure you acknowledge your growth because people experience burnout when they don't. That's how we experience burnout. When we don't acknowledge the things we're doing and pat ourselves on the back, take a moment to acknowledge how far you've come. Even if you're at the beginning of this journey, taking that first step and trying to figure out what's going on and how to change it is huge. Most people just settle for less. Some days I have to take a moment to realign. I have to take a break. I have to relax for a second and sit with myself and not do anything for a little while. Not forever. I have to keep moving, but sometimes you have to realign and check in with that North Star and check in with who you're becoming to make sure it aligns with that North Star. It's important to take the action from alignment, not from fear of not doing enough or not being productive. Step 5 is to stay open to unexpected opportunities. When you start to let go of all the limits, you're going to feel a lot lighter and things are going to feel like they just come to you easy. When I started to see myself as my potential instead of the limits I placed on myself, things just seemed to come to me easily. The universe seemed to just be divinely orchestrating circumstances and situations in favor of my North Star, of my vision. When I stopped believing in bad days and failure, and I started to see the opportunity in all of that, I stopped having bad days and I stopped feeling like a failure. I learned lessons. I cultivated beliefs. I figured out who I was on this journey of becoming who I wanted to become. This doesn't mean I stopped going through things. I still felt uncomfortable. I still had negative emotions, but the difference was I used them. The game always gets harder right before you level up, right? We don't want the game to just get easier. We want to get better at it. If you're facing some unexpected setback, it's an opportunity. It may just be the final boss. If you can see it as a lesson or an opportunity to grow or actually embody your potential, that's where you make massive gains. When I just let go of limiting beliefs, I keep that North Star right here in the front of my mind, and I trust the process while taking aligned action, everything else around me just seems to be divinely orchestrated. Just stay open. Your dream life may not unfold exactly as you thought it would, but if you can stay open to the potential, it will unfold better than you expected it to. The last step, step 6, is to practice gratitude and celebrate your progress. You're going to see more of what you're looking at. It's really important to stay in a grateful state of mind. There's always way more to be grateful for than there is to not be grateful for. There's a lot of things in our lives that we take for granted. And if you can just sit down and acknowledge those things that you're grateful for, even in the trying times, that's where real growth comes from. The quality of my life did not improve until the quality of my inner world did. Nothing exists outside of me. If I wasn't here to experience any of this, who's to say it's even real? I know that's kind of far out and might sound crazy, but seriously, my life did not improve externally until it did internally. And staying grateful and practicing gratitude helped me do that majorly. I do it through journaling. I make sure that I journal at least once a day, usually in the evening after my day, and I use it as a time to process the lessons and see the opportunities. I don't just vent about my problems because I don't think that's very beneficial. I make sure that I'm using my journal to clarify and get specific about what I learned today, the things I'm grateful for today, and what I want to do tomorrow, where I'm going, the direction I'm going. I use it as an opportunity to check in with my North Star. And you've heard me say North Star probably 100 times this video. It's because it's what helped me change my entire life, to go from homeless drug addict to happy, healthy, and living my life on purpose. Creating the life you dream of is not about magic. It's about letting go of limits, getting clear on what you want, and taking consistent, aligned action, and celebrating along the way. It's not the destination, it's the journey. I learned who I was by trying to figure out who I wanted to become. If you're ready to start creating your life, check out my free guide below. And remember, you have the power to create your reality. Dream on purpose.